them.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to beat a good baseball team, and the Beavers are a really good baseball team, so we feel good about that one.
Did you get coming into it? Was there a little bit of added emphasis on avoiding the sweep, or is that spoken about at all?
No, I don't. Well, I think we all knew what was going on. I think we had 4 games left, and we were as close as we've been against them last time 2 weeks ago here in 12 innings, and they actually played kind of crummy 2 weeks ago. It felt like we didn't take advantage of that. I think we all wanted to compete with them one more time and see if we were worthy, and that wasn't a real easy one either. We got some bullets, and we hit some balls hard, and that shows you the depth of how there's no secrets between us. We hit a ball hard, and there's a guy standing there. They hit a ball hard, and we have a guy standing there, and I just have great respect for them, and the fact that we're able to beat a really good baseball team feels good.
Chase drilled a couple more.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, one at bat, the second home run was spectacular. The kid was making some good pitches, then up and down, and mostly all fastballs, I believe, and then finally throws a slider on about the 10th or 11th pitch, and he hits it over the fence. It doesn't get much better than that.
You said last week if you can win these final 8, and you've gotten through 5 of them now. I mean, you kind of prophetic, but you guys are kind of following along, and it seems like gaining some momentum as you go.
Yeah, I think that that kind of a win is a good RPI win. It might get the. I know the committee's either back there or getting close to getting back there. They got a lot of work to do, and they've got a tough job. But the fact that we moved our series up to Thursday, Friday, Saturday before that final decision is made, we'll have all of our games in. And if we're worthy of a sweep and Cal, come in third in the pack, it might make it difficult for them not to give us a top 16 or essentially a site. And the fact that our people did do such a tremendous job in the last couple of years when we did host, the NCAA reps go back and write up reports, and I can't fathom that the reports weren't glittering because our people really extend themselves. The community comes out, the fans come out, the weather's good at this time of the year now, so I think all that kind of, those are advantages, and that's one thing that the committee has done a really good job of. If you're worthy of being a top 16 team, there's no shenanigans. They typically find a way to give it to them, even if it's 3 from one conference or 4 in the West or whatever it might be. And the southern part of the West isn't as strong as it typically is. It's up here in the north and Northern California and up in the Northwest. So I guess all we can really control is ourselves, and it's easier said than done to sweep a good Cal program because I know they're 24 and 26, and if we're in their dugout or their locker room, they're trying to win all 3 so they have a winning record for the year. I'm sure that's what Coach Esker's talking about. So we'll take it one at a time and enjoy this win, get back to practice tomorrow, and hopefully we can be successful over the weekend.
What did you see in the difference in Mitchell between that third strikeout and then coming back for that double? He said that you had maybe said that you were going to take him out after that. Thought about it.
Well, he was frustrated, and we talk about wanting your 4th at bat, wanting your 5th at bat, the mentality of that. Mitch is a very strong kid. We've had some issues with him being so competitive that he gets frustrated and he shows it up in a negative team fashion and brings attention upon himself. Not just Mitch. Some of my best players over my career have been guys that have extreme frustration, anger, and chucking stuff or chucking bats or cussing or not hustling. But that's also what makes those good guys tick, and they expect to get a hit off of anybody. And it wasn't a case of taking him out because we didn't believe in him. It was he going to quit on himself? And so luckily he showed some mentality there and got a critical hit for us. And there's not many guys in our lineup that we'd rather see in the batting order, even 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, than Mitch Tolman. He's our guy, so I'm glad he was in there myself.
George, you talk about finishing fast all the time. Is your team hitting the stride that you want to see right now?
Maybe we're getting a little confident, swagger. I don't know. I have the belief when you beat a consensus #1 team in the country. The last time we played a consensus #1, I believe, was Cal State Fullerton, and they whipped us on Friday and squeaked by on Saturday and Sunday, but they swept us. And so there was no speech today for me. It was, is it oh boy or is it oh no that we have to play a consensus number one? And the fact that they had handled us the 4 other times, I think we were excited to compete with them one more time. You know, it's like playing the best person that you know in ping pong or basketball, or the Beavers are the best in the country. They've proven that with their body of work. We caught a couple breaks tonight, and Sean Chase did some nice things, and we feel good about beating them. And so yeah, we have a little bit of momentum, but momentum's only as good as they say in baseball. Next game starting pitcher. So see how that goes.
How do you think your pitching staff did today? Got out a lot
Not
of
bad.
big jams today.
Carricker, I thought, he wasn't extremely sharp, but he got 3 zeros, and then we went to Porter Clayton, and unfortunately for him, it seems like inevitably if he walks a guy or two to start an inning, he comes back to haunt him. He made a couple good pitches that they got hits on, both Davis and Clark, but that's why you don't want to walk the bottom part of the order and then have to get even Porter got Conforto out. He got 1 Sun base hit today. We executed some pretty good pitches to Michael, and probably that defensive error that he made was the only error in his 3-year career that we've seen against us. He plays awfully well against us, and he almost did that at their place. He kind of misjudged the ball and caught it for the last out of the game. I don't know if you remember that. But tonight it worked in our favor. And even earlier when he was playing third base, I think that he has a chance to do that. He knocked the ball down with a guy at second and went to the shortstop. That was a pretty good play for a guy that doesn't play a lot of third base. So we finally found a crack in Conforto's armor, which hasn't happened very often.
What about that squeeze play? What was going through your mind? You got Bumgarner at the plate. I mean, kind of one of your better hitters.
That was a missed sign. That was not supposed to be a squeeze play. So my understanding is Aaron Payne and maybe a little bit of a high throw. Aaron Payne's hard slide and a little bit of a high throw picked us up there. We would have had a little bit of egg on our face had that not worked. Don't tell my wife that. She likes the squeeze play.